Shema Yisrael Baruch Shem Kavod, Shem Kavod, Malchuto, Le'olam, Le'olam The Shema is a commandment for us to listen. It is a profound statement that means so much more than just hear, but really listen, not just to the voices around us, which are beautiful when it's the birds, and not so beautiful when it's the cars, but really also the voices on the inside of our hearts. And this week, I personally heard a few painful voices when I came to the understanding that perhaps this reality of uncertainty, it may be extended way longer than we had originally thought and intended, especially when it comes to singing in public, something that touches me personally. Nevertheless, there are times where we are commanded to be joyful, and today is such a day. It so happens that today is Lag BaOmer. Chag Sameach. What is Lag BaOmer, you say? Well, I will tell you. As you may have noticed, we've been counting the Omer, the journey from Pesach to Shavuot. It is a journey of agricultural significance in ancient times, but since have taken on many spiritual meanings and have been interpreted in many ways for us to be on this spiritual journey. And Lag BaOmer is the 33 of those 50 days of the Omer that we count. And while the rest of the period is supposed to be a solemn and somber period with many prohibitions of, not being allowed to shave and not being allowed to marry, all the prohibitions of what marks gladness, the 33rd of the Omer, which is today, is a day where we are supposed to be joyful. And while there are many narratives about why this day is important, for me, I wanted to share a personal story of my own childhood. And remembering happy memories right now is helpful to strengthen our hearts and souls. And so for me, Lag BaOmer, other than the other spiritual meanings and stories, for me, Lag BaOmer is memories of all of us kids in the neighborhood, collecting sticks and branches and twigs of any kind and putting them away in the hideout. And then when Lag BaOmer came around, we would all gather all of our sticks and our wood and make huge bonfires. And yes, in the 70s in Israel, there was plenty of desert to put up bonfires everywhere, and we would all light bonfires, and there were bonfires everywhere, so you could see everybody's bonfire from one to the next, and it was a really joyful and happy time. So I send you again much love and patience and a prayer again to listen.